Hello, Captains, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. I'm your host, Brent Justice. Welcome to my channel, Just Gaming for Us. I'm in Star Trek Online. I am in my Omega character. He is a Reman in the Romulan faction, aligned with the KDF. And I am continuing this series playthrough until the very end. Right now, we are in the Gamma Quadrant storyline missions. And in the last one, we did Armistice, where we saved Kai Opaka. And now it's time for the search. An expedition into the outer reaches of the Gamma Quadrant. Yeah, Gamma Quadrant out there. Yep. The reaches of the Gamma Quadrant leads to startling revelations about the state of affairs within the Dominion.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the outer reaches of their territory. The Herc aren't as numerous there, and we're hoping we can learn more about them while we render aid to the Dominion in that sector. Ambassador Odo will be accompanying us on his flagship, along with Captain Kira aboard the Defiant. I'll be commanding a modest Cardassian fleet as well. We'll start in the Dosi system. Our latest intelligence has discovered a Herc presence in that area. Meet us there at your earliest convenience.
Cool, and we're going to get Karemma trader comm codes and some Polaron weaponry.
Be seeing you.
Let's just transwarp right there. Oh, by the way, I do appreciate all of your suggestions. In the last video, I asked what upgrades could I do to this ship to help me against the Herc, or possibly get a new ship. You guys give me a bunch of suggestions and a bunch of ways that I can improve and do some things here, change my powers around, or even just go with beams on this ship and stick with this ship. So I have taken all of that and listened to your advice. I have not enacted it yet, so I have not made any changes yet since that video to this character, so I still have all my cannons and everything. But I looked at all your feedback, and what I'm probably going to do is I might try putting beams on this ship and just sticking with this ship, and maybe changing some of my powers around and things. There were some suggestions about that. So I do appreciate everyone. I read all of your comments, and I've taken all of your suggestions to heart, and maybe I will get some time to actually reconfigure this character so that he can better fight the Herc. But right now it's still the same setup, so maybe in the next video I'll have all that figured out. But let's begin the search. Dosi system.
Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we can't even defend our stations from Herc attacks. It's going to take a joint Alliance and Dominion effort to stop them. We are currently at the edge of the Dosi system. Thankfully, the Herc aren't attacking the Dosi homeworld yet. They're starting to evacuate as a precaution, however.
Who are the Dosi?
The Dosi recently joined the Dominion after many years of independence. Their aggressive fondness for commerce can be troublesome, but they've managed to prove their worth to the Founders. Work on this planet was a joint project with the Karemmans, and the Dominion built a station here to provide oversight.
All ships, target the Herc and fire at will.
Oh, here we go.
Victory is life!
Warning, ship is under attack. Core shields failing. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
At least we have some help this time, so we're not by ourselves taking on the Herc, and that really helps. Really helps to have all this help.
Shields have failed.
Nice. That was a nice little battle. We did that.
I can see you're a handy person to have around. And while I'd like to put this system far behind us, I believe we should find out what we can about the Herc and their reasons for being here. While we still can, of course. The Herc may decide to send more ships here.
Okay. Get into scanning range.
This planet appears to have been abandoned some time ago. No life signs detected. Sensors indicate an extensive network of defunct mines. I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of Ketracel White. How curious. Of what use would this world be to the Herc? It's clearly of no value to the Dominion. Wait. I'm reading more Herc inbound.
Battle
They're going for the station.
Yes, they are. Alright, let's do this again.
What are they after?
That's a very good question.
We should scan the station once we're done with these Herc.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. More shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
They did pretty good damage there to me. Let's scan the station.
The station is a basic resource transport hub, not exceptionally old. No life signs on sensors. It looks abandoned. I'm picking up trace levels of mineral resources in several storage areas, but there's nothing of note here, unless the Herc are driven solely to consume an assortment of minerals. This is a very interesting place, in that it's completely uninteresting to everyone but the Herc.
I don't think the answers we're looking for are here. Answer hail.
Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look. Looks like it's a Ferengi signal of uncertain origin coming from the Karemma system. I seem to recall Quark mentioning some business with the Karemmans recently. This can't be a coincidence. We should look into this.
Okay.
Quark might have bitten off more than he can chew again.
Let's go check it out.
Is that really a good use of our time? The Karemmans are very resourceful. They design a considerable number of weapons and defense systems for the Dominion. I'm confident they can deal with the Herc on their own. As for Quark, he's quite capable of getting himself out of trouble. Trouble, I might add, that he had no business getting into in the first place.
I must say, Ambassador, I'm shocked. I know Quark's a gambler, but I never realized you were as well. Karemma is a part of the Dominion, and an important one at that. Is losing their tactical and technological resources to the Herc wise?
Very well. Since I can see there's no talking you out of this, I'll accompany you to Karemma. We're ready to go warp when you are. Let's get this over with.
All right, let's go. Ah, and there's a lot of Dominion here.
Where did all these ships come from?
And here we are, the Karemma system. Let's find out what Quark needs, deal with it, and move on.
What's going on here?
Far be it for me to question the word of a founder, but that is a very large Dominion fleet I'm reading on sensors. I only mention it because we were led to believe Odo's fleet was the last. I trust there's a reasonable explanation for this miscommunication.
Garrick, the Dominion flagship is hailing us.
Your presence is not required here. Explain yourself.
I should ask you the same question.
What you could do and should do are separate matters, Solid. You would be wise to learn the difference. Karemma is part of the Dominion. We are here to assist them, if they wish it.
You have more fleets than Odo reported.
Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to use in a mission to seek and destroy the Herc as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
Why must the Karemms ask for aid?
The Karemmans are proud. If they wish to stand alone and deal with the Herc, we will certainly accommodate them. Should they decide to ask for aid, we will gladly assist them. The point may soon be moot, however. Karemmans are known for their potent weapons and defense systems.
I thought you had one remaining fleet.
Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to
okay.
use in a mission to seek and destroy the Herc as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
We wish to assist the Karemms.
I will take responsibility for their actions in Karemman space. One of our operatives requires immediate extraction.
You're quite persistent, aren't you? Very well. In the spirit of our newfound pact with the Alliance, I will allow you to proceed, albeit at your own risk. Exercise caution, Odo. It would be tragic for you to come so far, only to end it all here over Karemma.
They never did truly trust Odo. Well, I should say they never did truly give him all the information. They are obviously hiding something.
It seems we're not getting the whole story here.
So, business as usual.
Exactly, Captain.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
Yep.
Left shield
Now
failing.
I'm feeling the hurt. Really need to get maybe change out to those beams or whatever
Target
here.
shields have failed. Right shields failing.
Although I am making progress, it's not like I can't take them out. Okay, well, all those Jem'Hadar ships, they sure could help right now, but they are not, which is very odd, isn't it? Very odd.
Warning, ship is under attack. Left shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Left shields failing.
I think we dealt with that
Hull
pretty well.
integrity below 75%.
Yeah, we did that. No response, Admiral. I'm trying all hailing frequencies, but I'm getting nothing in return. Keep trying.
My sensors are showing a broad band of interference in the area. It's jamming the standard Karemman hailing frequencies. Might I suggest giving them a new, more secure frequency to use for communications?
I'll send them a new frequency.
Hello? Can you hear me? We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Herc. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
The Jem'Hadar fired on you? Odo, your thoughts?
Combat is notoriously chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. One best pursued after we find Quark and help the Karemmans.
We'll play it your way for now.
I wonder. Ah, yes. We should try to find Quark soon. It's quite possible he's the only Ferengi on the planet. A deep-range sensor scan should locate him.
It took a few scans, but I found one Ferengi life sign. It's surrounded by a handful of Karemma and a large number of Herc. There's a lot of interference in that area, so we can't get a transporter lock on him at this time. Can we hail them?
Finally. I was beginning to wonder if anyone would come. Took you long enough. Is Garrick with you? Tell him. I found the package, so he better get here fast if he wants it in one piece. Running out of time here! The Herc are closing in! Get me out of here! Now! Poor Odo's right-wrong whiz will finally come true!
We're coming, Quark.
We need to get Quark out quickly, before he has an encounter with the Herc of the fatal variety. Let's go down together while Captain Kira and the Ambassador cover our ships in orbit. We'll have to beam down outside of Quark's location. I suggest bringing some pattern enhancers along. We may need them to beam out once we find him.
I'm ready. So something's going on here. The Jem'Hadar are firing on the Karemmans who are supposed to be protecting them, not letting them escape, wanting them to get destroyed by the Herc. It's very odd. So let's see what news Quark has to bring us. Yeah, the fighting the Herc, man. They do over swarm you with so many numbers. But I did pretty well in that battle, but I can kind of see the need for wanting beams. It's just going to cost a bit of resources to get them.
We're about as close to Quark's last known location as we can get with transporters. I'm afraid we'll have to make the rest of the journey the old-fashioned way. Shall we?
Let's go.
Quark's life sign is near here. Let's try to find a way in. How convenient! We've found a hidden path. Let's have a look.
way ahead of you, Garrett.
Interesting. The metal in the walls here completely scatters my sensors. Ah, more Herc. It seems we're in the right place.
Talk to Garrick.
My tricorder shows a Ferengi life sign beyond that rather secure door. Unfortunately, the Karemman security system is beyond me. Given time, I could crack it, but we're running low on that commodity. There are a number of Karemman life signs nearby, however. One of them might be able to help us reach Quark.
Okay. Let's try this way. Well, I found Herc.
Am I glad to see you? Thought for sure we'd be safe from those things down here. Caves do a number on sensors and transporters, but that didn't slow them down much. Filthy creatures. If you don't mind my asking, why are you here? You're not with Karemman Defense. Are you mercenaries? Private security?
No, we're looking for a Ferengi.
That'd be Quark, then. Only Ferengi around here that I know of, anyway. He's in a secure vault, not far from here, with another VIP. Look, I owe you my life, but I don't have the code to get to Quark. There are others nearby. One of them should have it. Help them, and I'll make sure they open the door for you. I swear it.
Okay, I'll help everybody. Let's try this way.
The door's right there. I'll stay here while you save everyone.
Of course you will, and of course I will.
Enemy combatants in close proximity. Crystal shield losing power.
Man, I don't like these things. These creatures are crazy.
Flanking damage detected.
Wow, it really takes a lot to get them.
Thought that was it. I was gonna get eaten by one of those things. Can't say I like that idea much, so, thanks, whoever you are. You're not police or military, well, Karemman military anyway. What brought you down here to the middle of hell?
We're looking for a Ferengi.
Oh, him. Think I saw my brother and some of his men hustle the little grifter into a vault before those monsters got in here. Good luck getting him out of there. Wait, that was rude. You just saved my life. Let me return the favor. One of my brother's people should be able to open the door for you. Find them, and you're all set.
Yep, okay. And we move on. I guess we got them. Okay. Next chamber. Let's go over to the right.
The other Dominion ships just left the system. We're on our own.
Perhaps waiting here would be best. The outer world is still a mess.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Where are my bridge officers? Did they abandon me again? They did, didn't they? They're like way far behind. The AI is so messed up in this game. Can't even keep up with me.
Personal shield losing power.
Now they come in after I defeated everyone. That's great.
Thanks for the timely rescue. I don't suppose you'd be willing to turn a blind eye to all the contraband you've seen down here? It'd save me the trouble of shooting you later. Kidding. I was kidding. You know, humor. Do they have that on your planet? Anyway, you're clearly not Karemman police, so what brings you down here?
We're looking for a Ferengi named Quark.
Oh, Quark, yeah, I know him. Little guy, big ears, flashy dresser. I hear he owns a moon. And we locked him up in a secure room when the shooting started. Big spender like that should be kept safe. Tell you what, help us out with all these nerks, gurks, and whatever you call them. Help us, and I'll help you. Deal?
I like her. Marmat. She's got personality. We've helped everyone else. Let's get to Quark. It's pretty cool that they went out of their way to give, you know, personality to at least one of the Krenim like that and do something like that, you know? Very nice.
All right, I'll wait for you here. Try not to die, okay?
Well, I got everybody, so now we can open the door.
And here we all are, alive and kicking. Wonderful. We had a deal, and I'm not about to back out on it, especially since you're all so well-armed and cranky. Not the kind of people I want to cross. Yeah, that can't be good. Door's open. You'd better get a move on. Your pal sounds a little stressed.
That Ferengi yell is so funny.
Flanking damage detected.
That is a big guy there. Boy, he was tough to take out.
It's good to see you too, Quark. I see your mission was a successful one as well.
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Karemman tech. They found it a few days before I got here. I haven't had a lot of time to analyze it, thanks to the Herc.
I see. Thank you, Quark. This narrows things down considerably.
It does. Good. That makes it more valuable.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
Ooh, we found a thing. Let's see what this is about. Talk to Quark and the Minister. Let's talk to the Minister first.
Not the liberators I was expecting, but thank you nonetheless. I'm First Minister Bakelba. Our situation has gone from bad to worse, and we have the Dominion to thank for it.
In what way?
Those of us on the edge of the Dominion were abandoned when the invasion began. In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Herc attacked us. We held off the invasion for a while, but their numbers are great. When we asked for aid, the Dominion refused. When we tried to evacuate, their fleet opened fire. They mean to punish us for our defiance.
That's unexpected. They need allies. Quark?
Well, First Minister, it looks like my distress call was heard. We're saved. Thank you. Looks like your reputation for getting things done is well-deserved.
You're welcome.
And as for you, Garrick, you and I need to have a long discussion. Seems you forgot to mention that Karemma was under a Dominion blockade and in the middle of a Herc invasion. Do Cardassians go senile? Oh, don't answer that. I don't want to know. What I do know is you're not paying me enough for this aggravation.
Okay, you're safe now. Admiral, you'll need to set up the pattern enhancers in order for us to get a lock and beam everyone out. Okay, I need to set up pattern enhancers now. Can't wait to see what this secret item is.
The Herc are leaving. For now.
Good luck with the revolution, Minister. You'll need it. You'll be hearing from me soon, Garrick.
I'm looking forward to it.
You won't when you see my bill.
And Quark's out. He must have a ship in orbit. Talk to Garrick.
And now that we're past that unpleasantness, I think it's time we had a chat with Ambassador Odo, particularly about this technological wonder we've acquired.
What is it?
I have my suspicions, of course. Suffice it to say, I believe you'll find its purpose of great interest to all concerned parties. My main curiosity lies in what the Ambassador will have to say about it. I propose we get to the bottom of this together.
Very
Excellent. I'll make all of the necessary arrangements and meet you aboard Odo's flagship.
Not yet, because I see a glowy thing over here and I'm going to get it. Whatever it is.
It would appear that the Herc burrowed this way to bypass the doors above. And unlike most burrowing creatures, the Herc actually ate their way through the ground.
Well, that's interesting. Well, that didn't do anything, but, well, okay, I did it anyway. Let's talk. We did
And now that we're past that, excellent. I'll make all of the necessary.
Let's beam up and see what this is all about.
What is this?
Stand down, all of you.
To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, Ambassador. We need to speak in person.
What are you up to, Garrick?
That's a very good question. What's this about exactly?
It's in regard to this device we found on Karemma. Do you know what it is?
No idea. Some new Karemman military tech, perhaps?
Interesting. But no. The Karemmans didn't make this. But it is a Dominion creation.
And its purpose?
I'm sure I have no idea, Ambassador. It does emit a signal, however. It's quite similar to that used by the Herc. Perhaps I should turn it on and show you?
There's no need for that.
I don't like where this is going, Garrick.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device. On Bajor.
On Bajor? When?
Right after the recent Herc attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
It does. It's from the Kendra province.
That is a large
Well,
tricorder.
that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garrick's right. These devices call the Herc, and we put them there.
Explain. Now.
We needed the Alliance's help immediately. There wasn't time for summits or diplomacy. So I found a high-value target and led the Herc to it. I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bajor was never at risk. You have to understand that.
Ooh, well, he deserved that. He did put Bajor at risk.
You put my entire planet at risk. People died, Odo.
Nerys!
Save it. I've heard enough.
Yeah, I understand her
Please
anger.
Continue, Odo. You were saying?
I did what I needed to do to bring the Alliance into the war. I lied. Risked the lives of millions to save billions more. But there's more to this than a staged Herc attack. The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what.
Well,
so,
he
for
was
now,
hiding things from
I have to play the part.
The Alliance.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo.
Everyone's hiding something from everyone.
Or should I say, founder?
Oh, that hurt him.
Trust me when I say I understand your position, Odo. The captain, on the other hand...
I know. I have a strong lead, but I'll need your help to move on it.
You know how to reach me. It seems you are a gambler, Odo, and a high-stakes one at that.
You have no idea.
I don't know. It might be a little bit out of character for Odo to do something like this. Especially the DS9 Odo. I don't think he would necessarily put anything at risk. Even if he needed to, you know, to do something like that. That's a Cardassian move. He must have learned that, obviously. That's a very Cardassian move. Let's talk to Garrick, in fact.
Quite the revelation, don't you think? It will be interesting to see how the powers that be respond to all this. For now, I think it's best to keep this in the purview of the diplomats. Let's return to our ships. There'll be more time to speak about this matter later.
Loris and Weyoun.
I'm surprised to see you here, Weyoun. Aren't you usually at your founder's side, hanging on her every word?
It is a message from said founder that brings me here now. She would remind you of your purpose, to serve the Dominion as a whole.
How kind of you to deliver the message in person. Thank you for your service. As for my service, the ambassador shares his wisdom and guidance with me. Truly, he is a most benevolent god. Why should I not serve him? He is a founder, after all.
Serve the founders, yes, but also serve them well. Do recall the fate of your predecessor. She thought she served the founders well, quite possibly to the moment her unfortunate life came to its conclusion. As we both know, she was greatly mistaken.
The same could be said for your predecessor as well, dear Weyoun. Have you forgotten his sins? I know the Founders haven't.
This is a private conversation. Unless you're here on a matter of the utmost importance, I suggest you find someone else to speak with. Somewhere else.
It was nice to hear that conversation, though. Pretty cool. Talk to Duke and Rex.
It is not my place to question the will of the Founders. Your mind, however, is your own. Do with it as you will, but be warned. The Founders do not appreciate betrayal. If the Alliance withdraws from their pact with the Dominion, the consequences could be severe.
Uh-huh. And now Odo.
I need you to understand that Bajor was never at risk. We took precautions. I made sure that my fleet was in position to neutralize the Hurk in time.
And Karemma?
Karemma was not my decision. Do you honestly think I'd take part in a plot to bring allies to our side, and then move to wipe out another group of allies? As I said to Garrick, there is more to this than we know. I'm going to find out what and why. I hope you're inclined to join me when the time comes.
We will see. Yeah, I'm ready to beam out. So we got a lot revealed here in this mission. A lot of sneakiness going on with Odo and the other Founders, the Dominion, all of that. Let's turn this in.
Interesting, don't you think? The Founders are definitely up to something, and we all seem to have parts to play. I know Captain Kira is not happy with Odo, but I suspect that working with him will be our best option. Some advice? Don't speak with the Vorta or other Founders about our current situation, at least for now. I'll contact you when we're ready to act on Odo's plan.
Cool, so we're gonna get some more Catch Yourself White. We'll take the Trader Comm code, because the others are just normal weaponry.
Be seeing you.
So we'll look at that, what the trader... Oh, you know what? I am out of space, aren't I? I was supposed to clean this out, and I still haven't done that. Okay. So here's the Trader Comm codes, and what they do is it beams in a kiosk while on the ground, and it enables access to your mail, your bank, your exchange, and a store for all players in range. That's basically it. It's a ground kiosk wherever you're at. So yeah, we learned a lot in that mission. There's a lot of secrets going on here. The search. Odo purposely brought the Hurk to Bajor so that the Alliance would join the Dominion. That's a Cardassian move, straight up. The old Odo of DS9 would not do that. So that is a bit out of character for him, a bit different. He's changed over time, for sure. Then we have this thing with Karemma. The Dominion have fired on them, not allowing them to escape, maybe want to destroy all of them for some unknown reason. That in itself is weird as well. So they have secrets, and they're not telling Odo their plan. So a lot of interesting things going on, and of course Kira being upset at Odo makes perfect sense. Her slapping him, great scene, makes perfect sense. This was really fun because Garrick was kind of our guide throughout this mission, and that was really neat to have Garrick as our guide through the whole thing. And then Quark even showed up, so it's like the old DS9 gangs back together again. It's really cool. It's really fun seeing those characters and everything. Quark got away, so I'm sure we'll see him again. Yeah, very cool. This was a neat little mission here. Good space battle, had some good ground battle, a lot of story-driven stuff, moves the story forward. So that's a pretty much well-executed mission right there, called The Search. So thank you for watching that. We're gonna do Doom to Repeat next. If you like what you see here, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell notification icon to get notifications. And if you like the video, give it a like. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Check out Twitter at Brent_Justice for updates. You can follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Brent Justice. This helps support the channel and also allows me to publish more and more videos.